What's going on, guys? It is your boy Kev signing here, and I'm back with another video. And before we start the video, check this out. Beautiful tag 10 Maradon EX from Scarlet Violet base. Japanese, man. When I saw this at the vending show, I had to pick it up because, one, if you guys know, here soon I'm going to be predominantly selling tag slabs at the shows. I think that's going to be very interesting. And two, I just think this is just beautiful art in a beautiful clear case, and you can just see it. So I thought it was very cool. But in today's video, guys, I want to kind of talk about the Pokemon business side of things. As you guys know, more recently, I've been uploading a little bit more, and a lot of the content's been more on the business side, and a lot of my POV videos for my vendings, right? Now, been in this now coming up to a year, because officially in September, have been doing this for a full year now, and I wanted to talk about the side of the business that maybe a lot of people don't talk about, or maybe don't talk about as much as it should, because there's a lot of people that really want to start Pokemon businesses, or maybe try to do a side hustle or something like that. And let me tell you, it's not as easy as all these, happy field TikToks, Instagram, YouTubers, PokeTubers like you're seeing that say, yeah, it is easy to start and you can start making money today, and you could start your own Pokemon business and blah 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 blah, right? That's just not the case. When I first started this, that's actually was my belief. But kid you not, that was my belief. Like, I thought I could just hop into this and start doing it, because I had a friend that was been doing it for a long time. He was telling me he's been doing it, I could do it, and then a whole bunch of other things, right? And it got to the point, right, where when I finally decided I'm gonna start doing it, because I was pitched this by one of my viewers during the live stream. I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start my RipNShip business, and I'm gonna start figuring how I'm gonna do this. When I started getting into this, because I've never done anything like this before, right? I had to figure a lot of things out on my own. It is going to take a lot of time. Like, you're going to be investing a lot of your own time into this, right? Unless you got stupid money just to throw around to hire a team to do everything for you, you're going to be investing a lot of your own time. I mean, literally, I am pretty much everything on one, right? Because I record my own videos, I edit my own videos, right? I source my own products, right? I'm literally an everything guy. I do the thumbnails, I do the edits, right? I come up with themes and things and colors and all that. Like, I literally do everything, right? Because again, I just don't have the money to hire people to do it, right? I don't get my family members to help me out with this stuff either. They got their own stuff they're doing, so I leave them out of it. Like, this is an all me type of deal. And if you're trying to maybe make it a here and there type thing, that's a lot more easier, right, to do. But if you're trying to make it to like where it's a full side hustle, where you're making a couple hundred, maybe $1,000 a month, maybe more than that, you're going to be investing a lot of time into it. Because when I first started it, I did not believe the amount of resources, time that I was going to invest, especially capital, because you're going to need skin in the game to do this. I had almost no skin in the game when I started. I had like a couple $100s to my name, and I just ended up getting very lucky, because I ended up luckily timing the market out. It was accidentally timing the market, where I still had my Umaran EX from Prismatic that I pulled from an ETB, and at the time it was selling for $1,700 at the highest. I sent that card up for grading and got a 10, got it back, sold it off within 2 weeks, and I used that money as starting capital to actually start everything. And once I had the money, then I had to figure out how I was going to spend the money. So this is where now I'm a budgeter, right? Because I'm the bookkeeper. So now I have to figure out, all right, how much do I need to buy for supplies for the RipNShips? How much product do I need to have, right? How I'm going to sell it. So eventually I decided I wanted to have a website. So now I didn't pay nobody, meaning I had to learn how to build the website, which took literally a month and a half, me watching YouTube videos and reading Reddit forums and things of that nature, right? And then at that point in time, how you're going to structure your shipping, and there's a lot to go into this. Like, it's not as easy as people make it out to be. And I have seen people try and fail because they think it was going to be easy, and then once they found how hard it is, their heart just wasn't there, and because of that, it just crumbled And I've seen it multiple times. I'm still seeing it till this day. And that's kind of what triggered this video. I made a video recently as well talking about how in my normal day, you know, my 9 to 5 job, right, how I work in finance, one of my clients was pretty much what I'm talking about, right? And that's what happened to him. And it's pretty much could happen to anybody, especially if you have this false reality, like it's easy and anybody could do it. And that's just not the case. Like, I understand why PokeGNS Brian says you're better off just making Pokemon content than you are actually starting a business, which you are, because there actually are people who are just making Pokemon content and their stuff is blowing up more than if they were actually going to start a business. Like, there could probably be more there for them. So that's just kind of where I'm at with that. And now, you know, you really got to think about it. Once you take all that in consideration, right? Is it something your heart's in it to win it? Like, because there's also going to be speed bumps in a row you're going to run into. It's not going to be a smooth ride. Trust me, I've run into so many speed bumps in this whole journey that I've had to just figure out on my own. And luckily, I've had some help in some things. And luckily, in other things, you know, I've just gotten lucky on. And it's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, I've never thought in my life I'd spend this much in Pokemon. Let me tell you just how my website did within the first month. Within the first month, we cleared like 5,000, right? Which was insane. And then after that, within 6 months, because it slowed down significantly for a couple months, because again, I ran into a huge speed bump, right? To where even with that speed bump, we still cleared like 15,000 on my website, which was just insane. And that's just from a couple seal products and RipNShips. And now I'm at the point where I'm starting to kind of get my finances more in check. I'm getting my budgeting more down. I've been doing it for more years, so I've got more experience doing it. And I'm, you know, looking forward for the future and what I'm doing, especially because now I'm moving into starting to do vending, and it's something now I want to talk about because I want to be open about how it is. And like I said, with all these videos and PokeTubers and all this stuff out here making it seem like it's super easy to do, that's just not the case, bro. It's just not the case. And that's what triggered this video. Like, that's kind of what triggered this video. I've had people literally ask me. I've seen it in the comment section in the last video when I talked about me starting my Pokemon business, and I've even heard people at the shows, especially new people that are like me that just started vending, that thinking this is going to be easy, especially when they're doing it by themselves. They find the reality that it's very, very hard. So no matter what route you go when it comes to starting a business, whether that be vending or starting RipNShip or online seal business or something like that, you're going to be spending a lot of time and energy. You're going to be sacrificing a lot of things. And at the end of it, if your heart's not in to win it, you will fail. And I'd rather you just not start than fail and then take the loss at all. Because, you know, it got to the point, I was at a point, especially when I ran into my huge speed bump, right? Because what ended up happening, I'll just give you like a quick, little quick story on it, right? Where, because even though the website and things were going decently good, right? Y'all know that I have a normal 9 to 5 job. I've always kept my normal 9 to 5 job, but at one point I was out of work for almost about 2 months, and then it wasn't until I finally moved into a new position, then at that point in time, things were slowly now but surely getting back to where I want to be. And thank goodness I put none of this on credit cards, guys. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't put things on, like, you know, take a loan out or maybe put it on a credit card temporarily, but ultimately, thank God, none of this stuff ever since I've started this have been credit card. It's all been like pretty much plays that I've been able to pretty much make and profit off. And but I just wouldn't imagine if I had like a credit card or a personal loan out for this stuff, because now at that point you just have that stress of those creditors, you know what I mean? And it's just not fun, especially me working in finance. I know how it is. That's why I literally would rather drive Lyft on the weekends and get money that way to fund my stuff, which I do, by the way. Like, if anybody that knows me, that you know, in my discords or see me in person, I literally drive Lyft on the weekends in my personal car, right, to make a couple $100 extra so I can funnel back into my business. Like, I'm doing that this weekend, and I'm about to buy and make a huge 1K deal for tag slabs for my next show. And then I'm doing a big deal of like $300 for a whole bunch of like bumpers for the graded cards and bumpers I'm going to be selling as well. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm doing. It takes capital, it takes money. You guys can put it on a credit card alone if you're 100% in it to win it and you feel like you're going to figure it out. Me, myself, I'd rather just do the harder work, you know, and just earn the money and then pay for it. But, you know, if it ever gets to a point to where like I have this distribution and I have to spend that type of money, I will. But, you know, at the same time, I'm also a risk taker. There is a lot of risk that comes into this. So you always got to ask yourself, you know, are you a risk taker in that sense? Because I've taken a lot of risks, bro. I've taken a lot of risks. But with that being said, man, tell me in the comment section what you guys think about today's video. What do you guys think? You know, if you were going to start a business or you are looking at starting a business, how's that going? You know, if you guys are in a business right now, what type of Pokemon business are you in, and how I really want to hear how's that going. I want to know if people are running into the same speed bumps and the same issues and all that stuff that I've been running into. So want to hear in the comment section, guys. In addition to that, guys, we are trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year, guys. So we do appreciate it if you hit a sub, a like, and we will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.